So to wrap up this video series, I just wanted to go over what the daily procedures would be and some considerations. So obviously you're gonna use the Discover Viewer query, the STH, but for the daily audit, so you want to include all fiscal years that may have posted anything 1 October of the current fiscal year and forward with these GLACs. I do want to say, if you're gonna save it right there as a 97 to 2003, then resave it as an Excel workbook. Create that link in your Deems Daily Audit, and then refresh your data. Whenever you come in here, once it refreshes, it's going to refresh this, and since you haven't audited anything, it's going to have these going all the way down. As you can see, it's chronological. So let me take a look at some of these. So looks like this is 34242U. I've got some target loads going on here. I'm going to go to my research tab. This would be, you do your thorough research. So let me find the 34242U. Alright, looks like I got some stuff here. Let me see. 2nd of October. Let me find my 2 October dates if you want to filter and check it out. If I wanted to look at my funding documents, I could, but let's say I'm validated. So I like everything I see for 2 October. Copy. Paste it into here. Make my comments as valid. Control Enter. Okay, if I come back to my Transactions tab the next day, when it refreshes, I'm going to start with 3 October. Now, one other consideration that you want to have with this, now let me show you how to expand this, because this is going to be tens of thousands of records at the end of the day. For your daily audit, you don't want to cut out your civ pay or anything. You got to do a daily audit on everything. So this table, this dynamically expanding table, you see how that points kind of diagonally? You can expand this down as far as you want. I'm just going to come down a little bit here. This template will be on the SharePoint, so maybe I'll have 30 or 40,000 records where this table is preset for. I'm going to hit Control Home to take me back to cell A1. But if you were to post in here an amount of records that's larger than the size of the table will expand for you automatically. So you can expand it yourself, or you can let it expand for you. Either way. One thing that you want to pay attention to, so let's say I had 1,000 records or something. Let me hit Control P. Let's say you want to print a PDF, you want to have it digitally signed. I'm going to go to fit columns on one page, because it's what the columns is what I want. But now you can see that it's 14 pages would print out in a PDF, and a lot of blank stuff we don't need. And even when you do have it in there, you're definitely not going to want to see everything every single day and have that much space taken up. So now that we have this preset to show all columns, I'm going to go back, and one thing that I can do is, if you were to say, let me go ahead and roll this up, but let me unselect everything and just select a few days or something like this. Alright, it's going to filter that for you. Hit Control P, and now you've got one of one. So if you chose to print this out as a PDF every day, every other day, every week, that's up to how you do it. If you would like to have this in portrait landscape so it's more viewable, right, you can do that if you'd like to. I'll leave that up to you. I know you know how to do that, but you do want to take that into consideration. Don't print off at the end of the year 600 pages or something like that, and then you'll be emailing me about how awful this is. The final thing is, whenever you're doing this daily audit, especially when you do get your civ pay, your travel, everything into here, it's going to be tens of thousands of records. And let me pull this back up. Right now, this is 4 megs. And you can tell that with the refreshes I've done in the videos, it doesn't really lag at all. It's fine. It's doing some calculations. But whenever you do get this with 30,000, 40,000 records, you're going to notice a bit of a lag. That's fine. What I can tell you is that the document size and the trade-off with Excel is the more calculations you make it do, you're going to see that little bit more of a lag. What I can tell you is that I have several workbooks that are 10, 15, 20 megs and more sometimes. You just have to deal with a bit of a lag when it gets in the 20 or 30 meg range if there are a lot of calculations going on. but I can tell you that it will still work. And then your saving methodology for this, if you like this workbook and you're like, oh, what if it crashes or something? I haven't seen that happen for myself, but you can always save, once a week, once a month, save a copy of this so that you don't lose any of the work that you have done. For the daily audit, that is about all I have. This template will be available on the SharePoint. You'll pull in your raw data and just go ahead and get to work on auditing your transactions. See you in the next video series.